Okay, hello everybody, welcome. It's Strony, the guy who never uploads, with a new upload, and I've actually been asked on Twitter if I could play this game, give it my thoughts, maybe even back it, and I probably would back it because this looks like a really high-end production. How do I say it? It looks good. And I want to play it because the demo is free. There's a Kickstarter that's soon going to end, so I do recommend, if you see this in the time before it ends, to check out the game and possibly back it because it looks, well, just from the intro, well, there is no intro, just from the main menu screen, it looks good. I'll say that right now. But what I was like to say, the music that I hear now is like, I have a feeling that someone like Eminem's about to start singing along, so let's actually start the game. I was told this was like a dark... Oh, blood. Yeah, like a dark type of game that has Doki Doki Literature Club vibes. Probably inspired by it. It's all written on the Kickstarter page, so you can freely check it out. As for me, I'm about to start playing this and see what I can get from this. I was also told to give my thoughts on how it which route I took. So let's try to read that. Maybe I can actually start a pitch for my voice acting skills. You know, the good ones. Do hope this is actually recording. I have to check something real quick. I just wanted to check real quick if everything's working on my end, because I haven't done this in ages. Ages, I tell you. And I've often had problems with my recordings, and I want this to look good, so... Blood, dirt, and sweat coat my arms to the elbows, and I can no longer tell where any of it came from. If I keep going with this, I'll eventually be caught. Did you kill someone? What the hell am I going to do? Whoa. Okay. Tana, a teacher, rushes into the office, pushing the door with more force than necessary. Oh, she has blinking animations. You know this is good quality when they have frickin' blinking. Okay. After taking a step in, she stops. She finds me in the chair across from the empty desk. Oh, hey. You're in my class this year, aren't you? Hey, Miss Webb. Is that how you read the double B? Webb. Yeah, this year is the first. She came close. She eyes me with suspicion. What are you doing in here? I was called in on the intercom earlier, so I'm not sure yet. Okay, please keep waiting. She holds back annoyance, though not very well. As she exits, she closed the door more softly than she opened it. I look at the space around me. This is the first time I've been here. The administration offices are sectioned off from the classrooms, and this one dwarfs the others. Unattended coffee, or maybe it's tea, sits on the desk. Steam coming from the cup wafts in the sunlight entering from the window. You know, if you were a true coffee and tea connoisseur, you'd be able to tell just by smell which one it was. But I'll give you that. I take a breath while combing the office with my eyes. Actually, by the smell, it's definitely coffee. See? Guessed it. On the wall, there's a framed certificate titled Masters of Business Administration. It was issued from a prestigious university about 6 years ago. Near the degree are sets of frames arrayed with pinned butterflies. A wireframe model of a dodecahedron. I can English rests on the desk. That is one nice dodecahedron. Interrupting my fidgeting, and this time without a knock, a well-dressed man enters and greets me with a smile. Hi there, Lane. Thanks for being patient. I'm the assistant principal, Mr. Underwood. I must not be in trouble, so I stand and extend my hand. His smile curves stronger at the gesture, and he shakes my hand firmly. His grip is stronger than mine. He closes the door behind him and walks to his desk and seats himself. Go ahead, sit. I heard that you were asking around about odd jobs you could do for the school. I returned to the same chair across from his desk that I had been warming and leaned forward. Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could make extra money during the school year. I was thinking of saving up for college. Admirable. You are in your senior year, right? Why not get a summer job? I worked at the library downtown over the break. I was trying to figure out something more local. The bus schedule makes it tricky. The Kafka Library? Yes, a bit of a commute. Nearly an hour each day. He drinks from his coffee and looks past me for a moment. Well, I do have something. I've been introducing the idea to a few of the other seniors. What is your background? I straightened up in my seat a bit. I've had this interview-like exchange a few times. I'm from here, so I grew up with a lot of the students. Not that I know them all well, but I'm not shy. My grades are important to me. I'm a hard worker. I've had lots of jobs, probably more than other students. Mr. Underwood seems receptive and maintains eye contact with me. I notice he's thumbing the side of his cup. His fingernail colors white from the pressure. Where else? I worked at the Passing Gas. The gas station? Yeah, worked afternoon shifts on weekends for a while. I stocked shelves at the grocery too. Also, they sometimes need help at the water treatment plant and hire interns, so I've done work there on and off. You stay busy. All your work will pay off, and you should feel proud. I grit my teeth and hold back any response. After a couple seconds pass, I nod slightly. Mr. Underwood pats a small stack of papers on his desk. You have excellent grades too. You're a strong candidate. However, something I cannot glean from your file is whether or not you're able to work with little instruction. What I need is a student to take the project and run with it, reporting in weekly. He pauses, waiting for a response. I'm nervous. Not from the content of the conversation, from something else. My face may betray me, but I attempt a confident nod. I'd be happy to try. What do you need? I need someone with an entrepreneurial spirit to take the lead on forming a student union. It is in the experimental phase, and I'm trying to convince the board it is valuable to both the students involved and the administration, despite an upfront cost. As the president, you would put in a minimum amount of 10 hours in a week, report to me directly, and you would have a small budget. 10 hours would not be a problem. You mean a group to represent all the students? As you might know, our school receives federal funding. Our facility is part of the public education system, so our local government is mandated to allocate money to us to help us maintain resources for our students. The amount we receive may fluctuate when officials change offices, policies, legislation, or the state takes in more or less than anticipated. Whoopsie. I touched my mouse. Very sensitive, I guess. Our school system tends to be placed below other priorities. What sort of initiatives, I guess, are more important than school? Depends on whom you ask. Insurance programs, infrastructure, subsidizing local businesses, law enforcement, and assistance to struggling families. At mention of his last example, I catch myself looking at the worn tip of my sneaker and redirect my gaze to Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood smiles. You're not going to find many here who disagree that education is important. Many moving pieces play a role in the decision-making, but I did not call you in here to talk about that. Our administration receives a cut of the budget, and we then craft our school budget from it. Year over year, the student population has been increasing, while our funding has been decreasing. Is that why there's no sign-up for track this year? That came out more accusatory than I intended. We are taking a hard look at all our extracurricular programs. student representation is not the goal. Service to the school is. We need additional manpower, and this is a relatively cheap method. And it and it presents you with an opportunity to help the school. If you do well and recruit some of your hard-working friends, you will make a positive impact. I cannot make promises beyond guaranteeing your paycheck. I take a deep breath, collecting confidence to put forth my most important question. How much will I be paid? Minimum wage. The same amount you receive from the library. He responded without hesitation. He was prepared. It's disappointing, but not more than I can realistically expect. Mr. Underwood downs the rest of his drink and glances at the clock on the wall. Are you interested? I hesitate, but only for a moment. I need this. I'm out of other options. Maybe I can reconnect with some old friends. I equip confidence and address Mr. Underwood. Definitely. Seems complicated, but I can help with whatever you need. Are you sure? It's not a small project. For me either. He glances at the wall behind me again. Yes, sir. What sort of work will I be doing? Underwood smiles. There you go. First, I believe that you can support some of our administrative functions. We need someone to man the library here, too, for example. We may also utilize your team for event planning services. We have excess faculty rooms and spacious conference areas. I want to rent those for external events to earn revenue. Oh, like hosting workshops or conferences. I help the library with scheduling seminars. Yes. I need to develop a formal list of your responsibilities and the responsibilities of the union as a whole. Achieve board approval and get some paperwork to you. What you need to do in the meantime is vital. Please recruit at least 4 other students by the end of the week. That will demonstrate to the board that we actually have interested and ambitious students to fuel the program. It will not work if you are the only participant. Oh. Like a bucket of water thrown over on a freshly lit match. Mr. Underwood senses my mood swing. You can ask someone of your... He seems to catch himself and continues after an awkward lapse. Your classmates, for help. It will actually be a great exercise for you in preparing for your role as delegator. We have intelligent and creative students here, and I'm sure you will find a handful willing to support their school. Yeah, I can do that. By Friday then? Yes. All of you meet me here and I'll give everyone an update and the initial push. Yeah. The bell rings. Mr. Underwood gestures to the door. You better head to the next period. I would hate to consume more of your time than it should. If you have questions, feel free to reach out by phone or email. Fluently, Mr. Underwood places his business card in my hand as I stand. It's a neat design. The card lists his office phone number, cell phone number, and email address. Is it strange to give your cell phone number to a student? He seems devoted. I nod and reluctantly smile. Thanks a lot, Mr. Underwood. Thank you. He waves as I open the door and move back into the hall. Well, alright, we're going smoothly now. Collecting my belongings from the last period was easy since I hadn't brought any. Some students' books are still on order and haven't arrived. Most inherited old books. I linger at my open locker in the hallway, Mr. Underwood's card in one hand and my phone in the other. Turner Underwood, assistant principal. I add him to my contacts. What was I about to ask him? Should I record my time worked a specific way? Can I... No, not paid this week. Can I do anything to help get the project approved? I don't think so, because we just need 4 people. But maybe. No. Should... I started with can I, as I remember, right? Let me check back. Oh, I can't check back too far. But I know I said can I. Can I do anything to get... Hi, Mr. Underwood. It's Lane. Can I do anything else to get the project approved? You have enough on your plate. There is no upper limit for candidates. I will manage promises to the board. I slipped Mr. Underwood's business card in my worn wallet. With a mental clack, I closed my empty locker. The sound echoes. The students who were shuffling around me have already entered their next classes. Haven't memorized my schedule yet, so I ease my crumpled note from my pocket. After a confirming glance, I crinkle it back in place and walk. At least I know a couple people I can ask for Mr. Underwood's project. During lunch or his afternoon may be a good time to ask around. In the meantime, I'll plan since we don't have many details worked out. Otherwise, I doubt I'll persuade anyone. 2 students, myself included, would be guaranteed at least. I'll need 3 more. Students are standing in irregular circles outside my destination. Groups migrate past me while I approach 2 students in conversation. Why not? He is strict, and he lives right next to me. It doesn't matter how hard-assed he is, or where we hand off. Geez, just help me out like before. I don't know. Hey! Evan spots me and is, with a sidelong step, widens the circle of 2. Why is everyone out here? Forget it, man. Either ignoring or reacting to my interruption, she moves against the flow of the other students. I notice the classroom they had been negotiating near is empty. I think art's cancelled today. Why? I begin moving with the flow of the crowd and Evan follows beside me. I don't know, she didn't come in and Coach Jean just told us to head to the gym. You mean Miss Webb? Yeah, Ross said she was really upset this morning. His eyes look past me and catch on a passing classroom door. Instinctively I follow his darting glance and see nothing but a closed door. He continues doing this with each room we pass, so I decide to ignore it. She looked it. She was trying to find the new assistant principal, but I don't know why. It's weird. What is? I don't know. It's so different this year. Oh, did you? I stumble hard and grip the handrail, but the loose railing provides no support. I release it with a jerk and catch myself on the wall instead, palms open. Beyond the inner railing, a narrow gap separates the flights. The height from the second floor creates a more potent wake-up call than the smell of Mr. Underwood's coffee. Crap! That'll really hurt someone before it's fixed. I right myself as we continue downstairs. Did you ask about a work-study position? Mr. Underwood said he'd like me to start a group, like a paid club that helps the school. See, that's weird too. You know about the layoffs, right? And with way less elective classes. Principal Decker must be desperate, that's all. Mr. Underwood mentioned the school's budget was cut. That's more weird, not less. How can they pay you? There's less staff, but not less work. They have to pay someone to do it, and we're cheap. We? Yep. I face Evan outside the gym entrance with pep in my step. The burst of energy exhausts him. It's minimum wage. You'll need to put in around 5 hours a week. I've got a lower limit of 10 since I'm organizing. Evan scowls at the floor. As I expected, I'm smiling. I don't know. I have a lot of questions. You can't... We lock eyes. Can I at least think about it? I wanted to do drama club this year. Of course. Take your time and I'll text you the details tonight. Conveniently after I figure them out. Besides, there might not be a drama club unless someone helps out around here. You said a group. How many people? 3 more to get us going. Want me to ask Holly? It's probably not her thing. Doesn't hurt to ask. Let's go in now. I think we're late. For what? Everyone's either sitting around or playing ball. Our art class has around 20 members, and there must be well over 4 classes in here. They might as well have canceled school today. I almost don't hear Evan over the chatter. Ross might have had the right idea in time. I borrow an abandoned basketball and join the idle shooting on a corner of the court. Evan follows along the sideline. So, what were you 2 talking about? Nothing really. I mentioned Mr. Underwood moved into our apartment building. My shot bounces off another student just above the rim, so I left another ball rolling near. How'd you find out? He asked me to move a couple boxes. He lives alone, I think, but he seems nice. Sorry I didn't text you back. On my next throw, the ball moved through the net with a swish. That's fine. Got some good sunset shots out there. Did you talk to the librarian? She said they found someone. And the gas station? Nothing there. Or the grocery. The timing is off and we have enough hands. You know, I can do your homework sometimes, or cover for you. My next throw misses with a thud from the backboard. That's fine. I'm going to have the student group. If I do well, it's sure to be steady. Right. So what will you do? Make Mr. Underwood's coffee. I make a mean mocha. I'm serious. So am I. My shot once again intercepts another student just above the rim. A tall girl approaches us with a relaxed greeting. Hi. She addressed Evan, but I respond anyway. What's up? It's better to take turns. I'm briefly confused and glance at Evan. Her message clicks after he nods to the basketball goal. Oh, sorry. She nods slowly and turns. Evan stops her by speaking up, which catches me more off guard than her. Nat, wait! This is Lane. He's a senior too, and At this point, I suspect a pattern. Did he become popular with girls? Nat is listening patiently as Evan trails off. The answer is no. Better help him. We're offering a few students a paid position at the school. I just started this group to help the school administration since they're short-staffed. About 5 hours a week or so. It's a club that looks very good on your resume when you graduate. You'd be organizing events, managing the library, or the computer lab. I have no interest. As she walks away, she catches a stray basketball. She's attractive. I send a smile to Evan. Your pitch needs work. Worked on you, didn't it? Aren't you worried? I'll manage. We've got until Friday to get more members. Thanks for the wingman, though. You got it. How'd you know her, anyway? Through Holly. She knows everyone. Pulling her in basically means we're set. Like I said. Let's say you're right. Who else? Since I no longer feel confident enough in my multitasking to avoid disturbing Nat, I lead us to the bleachers. What you said earlier. They need people to manage the library. I sit with my back on the wall. Why can't you just do that? Whoopsie. Yeah, it makes sense. Mr. Underwood didn't make it sound like a sole student was an option, though. It's that they don't want to go through the setup for a single person. How much could it even be? Enough that it's not worth it without a substantial program. I don't like it, but you should ask Alice for help. I smile and take census of the students here. You're full of solutions today. Today, huh? I approach a brooding guy, interrupt his reclined position. Hey, Kane! No, wait, don't! Evan flinches and reaches out. Oh, Kane looks like a Chad, dude. Kane sits up as I approach and greets me with a look of recognition. Sup? What's going on with Alice? What? A sudden glare, not the response I anticipated. Your girlfriend? Why isn't she with you? He steps level with me, then glances at Coach Jean. The coach is playing on his phone on the court bench. Kane stands taller and is much more physically imposing compared to other students. And to me. What the fuck are you trying to say, you little shit? What? Nothing, You just what? Wanna be funny? Get a rise out of me? My collar tightens as he grips the chest of my shirt so forcefully I wonder if it will tear. No, what are you... Proxies for white flags, my hands raised defensively. He shoves me onto the stairs in the corner, digging into my spine. Sharp pain. I wince and writhe. Play stupid fucking games, win stupid fucking prizes. He storms from the stands and into the halls. Evan helps me out right. You okay? Probably. They broke up over the break. It was really public. Really? I mean, even I knew. I notice Nat looking at me from the court. She resumes playing. I'd say that hurt my pride more if my back didn't hurt so much, jeez. She dumped him, apparently. Told everyone he was a womanizing pig, a failure, a poisonous fool. Specific? She posted online. I've been too busy working to be plugged in. I know. It only seems to hurt worse when I massage the area, so I stop attempting. I'll catch Alice over lunch. Think she'll join? I don't know. Probably. Crazy asshole. I spent time recovering in Evan's company until our next class. As my sounding board, Evan helped think out... Wait, shit. Evan helped think out more of the group's jobs. We at least become more familiar with the idea. Well, I think I can actually stop here in the... Can I save? I can save. Good. Nice. I like this setup. Wait, what's this? Literature by Jane Reyes, 2nd edition, and the Elements of Calculus. Cornelius Browning. Interesting. They worked hard. It's not literally just a heads up display being like, yep, you saved here, don't worry about it. So I think I'm gonna stop right here and maybe continue another time. I really like it so far. It's got me hooked that I even forgot what time it was. Means it's doing a good job. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm still interested in this. I hope the demo's not too long though. It was a big demo, like 700 megabytes. And apparently there's also branching paths, so I have to reach that yet too. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, check the description for the Kickstarter, and make sure you back it. Or at least download the demo, check it out, and then back the game, because so far, seems high quality. Really high quality. I should stop rambling. See you in the next video.